This is my dad's 2005 Toyota Tundra, right here on the bedside. As you can see, we got something crazy going on here. This rust is absolutely eating away at the bedside, and your truck might actually have a similar problem as well. Especially here in Canada, almost all the trucks on the road, you're gonna be seeing a similar thing going on, especially over the wheel well. But why am I showing you this? Because in this video, we're gonna show you what my dad's been cooking up for the past 4 years and why his fiberglass bedside replacement might be the solution to your rusty problem. You might have heard of fiberglass, but you might not have. Basically, it's very microscopic glass fibers, and when it's woven together, it creates a mat. And then you mix this mat with a plastic resin, and then you can basically make whatever part you want. And that's why canoes and boats are made out of it, because it's actually totally waterproof, which is perfect because it means it won't rot at all, and you won't get that rusty problem like you do on your bedside. So that's why it's perfect for a fiberglass replacement part. But of course, none of this started with me. It actually started with my dad. So how did we get here?
I've always been fascinated by fiberglass, the product itself, how you can make anything out of it. It's glass fibers, but then you add the resin to it, which makes it possible to make any shape, any form. You're not restricted to certain flat planes only. So I've always been thinking of making a product that you can actually make out of fiberglass and actually sell as a sellable product. And I was on a search for different ideas for making something preferably small that we can, without getting too overboard about costs and everything, make a product we can actually make and actually sell. So we decided on fiberglass planter boxes. So that was our concept. So I actually went to the effort of making a plug mold. We actually made a mold out of it, like it's a multi-part mold even. Very complex actually for the first time.
Upstairs in our barn, tucked away, forgotten, and abandoned. Oh wow, is that the mold?
This is the first mold we built.
That's, I totally, wow, I don't even remember that thing. Wow, look at all the flanges. Whoa. That's pretty high quality.
Yeah.
I don't remember even ever seeing you make that. Wait, that's cool. And then over there, those orange boxes are the plug molds, right?
Yeah.
That's what you made this mold off.
Yeah, that's the rectangle smaller one.
Yeah.
And I even
oh yeah, you even cast it in. You're experimenting with that. A part number and everything.
Part number, made in Canada.
That's cool.
That all went well. We learned quite a bit from that. And then we went to the point where we're gonna actually make the part, and then we discovered we made a few errors in lining up the panels. And at that point, we also realized that that market is totally saturated anyway. A lot of these planter boxes are made like in Vietnam or India, and we can't compete with those prices anyway. So after we gave up on the idea of the planter boxes, I realized my interest has always been more in the automotive anyway. So that's always been kind of in the back of my mind to actually make aftermarket car parts. So that's the direction we went into next.
And that brings us back home with my car. I'm actually currently driving this car. This is my 7th gen Toyota Celica GT. And my dad originally bought this car, and then I bought it off of him. But he originally bought this car with the intentions of actually making some sort of fiberglass part on it. And we were rebuilding the car at the same time, and we actually rebuilt it on the channel too. Go check that out if you're interested in it. But the part that my dad designed and made are actually these fiberglass fenders right here. That's right, these aren't metal. These are actually fiberglass, right, Dad?
Yeah, we were thinking of making something automotive, and we had to start small. We didn't want to get into something big. We thought maybe the hood at first, but we figured, well, let's make something custom and cool for this fender, because that's a nice size to begin with.
Yeah, it's pretty small. It's actually a very small fender.
And if you check out that body line with that scoop there, it lines up
It
perfect.
looks so sick.
Yeah.
So if you haven't caught on by now, this right here is actually what's custom made. It totally doesn't look custom, but this little vent looking thing, my dad totally designed himself. He spent a lot of time making that perfect.
What we were mostly impressed with also was the fit and the finish after we were done. Like these gaps, we really surprised ourselves.
Yeah, it turned out really good, and we threw it on the car, threw the bolts in, and we just had to drill out the holes and stuff, but it lined up really well. And if you like the fenders as well, we're actually hopefully going to start selling them soon. So you can contact us, even drop a comment down below. If you like them or are even interested in buying a pair, that'll help us out to know how many people are actually interested in buying them. But this took a lot of work to get to this point. So let's see where it all started. So right here, we have laid out on our table a whole bunch of different parts. Right here, first fender is actually an original metal fender, totally not modified. This is where we started off of. We wanted to make something fancy basically, and that's where Dad came up with the design. Of course, there are other brands that kind of have a similar vented fender look, but we've actually experienced them and they were totally garbage and they didn't really fit, right, Dad?
Yeah, there's a big difference in quality, and we were trying to get the best quality we could and also the nicest looking one.
Yeah, so this is actually what is called a plug mold.
Yeah, in order to make a mold, you have to have enough material on the sides, because you can't just go off the original. It's way too narrow. Through trial and error, we also discovered that the smoother the better.
Yeah, take a look at the original fender here. This is like actually two pieces of metal and it's all complicated shaping. So we found out it's better if you actually smooth out the whole thing, and it makes the mold way cleaner. Yeah. It makes the finished part way cleaner, actually. Yeah,
and a lot easier to mold off of too. So to make a good quality part that looks original, like the factory one, we have to make a mold that actually has removable parts. Otherwise, your panel can't be removed out of the mold. It'll be locked inside.
Mm-hmm. And then this one's also got all the smooth flanges, of course. And it's actually got little divots, so when it's in the mold, the actual part that comes out of it, you can see exactly where the screw holes have to be to drill it out. And right here, we actually have one of the original trials, basically. This is actually a fiberglass fender that we popped out, and it had a bunch of issues. There's even voids in it and stuff. That was another learning curve. This one has actually even got all the original little ribs in it from the original fender. So this one is before we smoothed out all those edges and flanges. We had a lot of trial and error. That's what this is all about. Even the mold, this is the second mold we made, and we had a whole bunch of failed copies, but now we have a good one, and now we can finally make some proper parts out of it.
Okay, so now that the fenders turned out so well, we're going to take all that experience that we learned from that, and we're going to apply it to something possibly bigger or better, and something with more sales potential. So that leads us to
Bedside. 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 Bedside? Yes, that's right. We're going to be making some fiberglass bedsides, aftermarket replacement panels for all trucks, makes, and models. We know that this has a lot of potential because we already actually have a whole bunch of customers interested in these things, and we know that there's a lot of these rusty trucks around because my dad actually has an auto body shop that we're currently in, and we've been doing a lot of rust repairs over the years, just doing mainly over wheel wells and all sorts of rusty panel replacements. That's crazy. You can just peel the metal away. We've already begun the process of actually making these things as well.
This is our plug mold that we already have developed so far. This is a 3rd generation Dodge Ram short box. This is being a plug mold. We've got the flanges all made. These are the ones where the fiberglass is going to go over the edge here, which would allow us to trim it off later on. We don't want to have any fiberglass in the taillight opening, so we've closed that all off. All these flanges all the way around the bottom everywhere. Everything's all closed up and smoothed off. Now all we have to do is polish this up and we're ready to pop the mold off of it. Once we've got the mold built, then we can start popping parts out of them and we can actually start selling them.
So that's how far we've come, but there's been a couple things that have been holding us back for a while, right?
Yeah, there's, well, for one, we needed equipment. We need a room, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The room was the biggest thing.
Yeah. The room that we're staying in here right now was kind of useless the way it was set up.
Yeah, there was a wall smack dab right in the middle of it. We actually tore that all down. That was one of the first things I did when I started working for you.
Yeah, you were Mr. Handyman.
Yeah, I know. I took the whole wall down and then we kind of revamped the whole room to be focused for fiberglass.
Yeah, so we've got it all set up pretty well. We also built some equipment. We built this table here, the work table. It's on casters. We can roll it around. which we want to have for rolling out the fiberglass cloth.
Yeah.
And then I also built a rack where you can hang the fiberglass rolls on.
Yep.
And well,
that's the biggest thing we've done so far.
Yeah.
That's
so,
awesome.
And then we also are working on ventilation because that's important as well.
Yeah, for the room.
Yeah.
You need to get a fan going because there's a lot of risky kind of fumes and stuff working with fiberglass.
Yeah.
And a lot of fiberglass dust. Like that's the biggest thing is working with fiberglass, you have a lot of dust. You have to wear masks and vacuum cleaners are very important.
Dust extraction, we're working on that as well.
So we're still upgrading and working on it. Basically building up to the point where we can actually start going into full production with fiberglass parts.
That's right.
So follow along as we develop and start manufacturing these fiberglass parts. Let us know any thoughts down below. If you're interested in bedsides and stuff, we definitely would love to hear what you guys think about that. And the silica fenders, if you want some silica fenders, let us know. You can always email us as well. So if you guys enjoyed this video, subscribe and stay notified, and we'll see you guys in the next one. See ya. So you might have heard of bedsides, fiberglass, that's the wrong thing. We're actually gonna be selling them very soon. We're actually gonna start manufacturing them and creating them and selling them. I'm just repeating myself. If you want to buy a pair very soon, come into a theater near you. Because we actually have a lot of people interested in it. Whoa, started glitching out.